Thank you. I'm having trouble with the sight. Are you? No? Okay. No, I got it. Thank you. What's today, the 14th? All right, all right. Three, two, one, go.
The recording has started.
Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. It's good to be with you. It is the 14th of December 2022. I greet you in agape love and I wish you Merry Christmas to all of you. God bless you. We are here to study the Iraqi dinar, and everything that I say to you is solely in my opinion. We are KTF which stands for Keep the Faith Always in Our Heavenly Father. We are a Christian-based organization. Before I do anything, I go to God in prayer. Will you join me? Abba, Heavenly Father, I have a heavy heart, and you know why. I ask you to please help me tonight to help others. Forgive me for my sins. I tell people that you see everything. Thank you. In the name of your Son, Jesus, I pray. Amen. I'm here with you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, normally on a Wednesday to bring you some a commercial. We're not going to do a commercial tonight. And by the way, Walter, thank you kindly for your financial contribution. God bless you, brother. If anybody feels that they wish to help, you can find the tabs down at the bottom underneath chat. And I thank you humbly. Now, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to talk to you about some things that Walking Stick and I have been talking about. And I'm going to look at the articles, just a few. Normally I turn the camera around and show you what I'm reading. But you are by now a member of KTFalways.com, correct? Good. So with that in mind, go into the forum, Go into the final article thread, go to the second to the last page, and we are looking at final article number 2270. 2270. Go ahead and go there, and I'll catch up with you in a minute while I say thank you to Mike Fuller. Thank you, brother, for your financial contribution. Greatly appreciate it. Now, when you go to the final article thread, you're going to see final article number 2270. Now, this was actually from Monday. We talked about it a little bit. It says, the application of international trade exchange. Now, before I even go any further, I want you to understand how profound that word is. What are your key words that we're using and studying and looking for? Mechanism and pair. Well, you've already seen mechanism a lot. You're going to see pair pretty soon. But right now, from the beginning to the end, it's all about international. It's all about the international exchange rate, the float, the depegging, which they have already done, and then the pairing, which we have already talked about, but we will go into it deeper. By the way, I sincerely want to ask you a question, and I sincerely hope you answer it. Has anybody taught you about pairing? Has anybody else on the internet taught you about that the next step will be to do the pairing, to depeg from the Iraqi dinar, and to do a pairing with what? Has anybody told you this? Negative. Negative. Thank you, Mr. Don. Absolutely not. Negative. No. Hi, Walter. Yeah, really. Hi, Walter. Doris, thank you, sweetie, for your financial contribution. Thank you kindly. Betsy Lou says, nope. DJ, okay. Brian says, not yet. That's a good one. Kathy, nope. Shelly, no. Dan says, only taught about the birds and the bees. That's a good one. Nicole, nope. Jeff, nope. Anna, not at all. Kathy, only you. Deborah, no. Basin 1, no. Robert Jones, only you. Steve, no. Joy, no, sir. Logger, pairing with the US dollar, very good. That's in our notes, very good. Look at that, not at all. I'm reading. I mean, all of you. Vern says, well, I'm reading about it now. Yeah, because we taught you. Every one of you is no, 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 no. You know why I'm down today? Because 5 minutes ago, just before I got on, one person sends me a long text. It says that what I'm doing on the internet is not good. It's not right. I'm hurting people. I'm stealing your money. I had a lady that sent us today that said, if it wasn't for longevity with Dr. Randy, my son would be dead. I know it's just a few. I know it's just a handful. Probably like 2 or 3. But all human beings have feelings. And he said that this other site, this other guru, whatever he wants to call it, is far, way, light years ahead of what the intel is that we give. That broke my heart. So I banned them. I banned them all. I'm getting rid of everybody. I'm purging KTFA. I told you, don't talk about another site. You do? Bye-bye. Go enjoy that site. You get my UB-Tubies free. You're here listening to me right now. You that spat in my face for no reason. You tell me that God is watching me and that I should confess my sins to him? Who are you, God, to judge me? When thousands, tens of thousands are satisfied with me. I'm not perfect. I'm the biggest punk you'll ever meet, but since God answered my prayer to heal me from cancer, I'm the most humble little teddy bear that you could ever meet. If I sound aggressive when I teach you about the Iraqi dinar, it's because I have a passion. And I'm excited about what I'm seeing. If I bring you products, it's not so that I can fill my pockets with money. If I wanted to be rich, I'd rob a bank. But I don't want to be rich with money. I want to be rich with you, your friendship, your love. I'm sorry that I took the time to do this, but it's not fair. In fact, I was going to say goodbye to everybody tonight. But that's kind of silly. That's very silly when you think about the fact that it's just one mosquito. And I just took care of it. I'm sorry if you find me less than what you want to be. I'm sorry if I irritate you with my form of presentation. But if you honestly, truly feel that these other sites offer you so much more information than we ever could, what is it, light years ahead of us? Go over there and leave me alone. Final article number 2270. The application of international trade exchange for the Middle East. International trade exchange. It is extremely important that I talk to you right now and tell you that your next keywords, which is already from the beginning to the end, is international. It used to be the budget. It used to be the exchange rate. It used to be whatever mechanism, no, it's international. There's no other word for us to be interested in right now. Thank you, Ruxy Ross. Thank you for your financial contribution. You know, Ruxy, that person that complained before I got on, also told me, stop asking for money. But they don't know what we do with this money. They don't know, do they, Tink?
No.
They have no idea what we do with this money, do they, baby?
No.
Well, God does. It's so important that you understand that Iraq is reaching to the international world. Their arms are wide open. They're hugging everybody. I don't care who you are. Venezuela, fine. Iran, okay. China, step up to the plate and swing at the balls that we're throwing at you. Now remember, it don't matter to Iraq who it is. The worst example is they're doing business and they're going to do it with Iran. And Iran said, we're going to use the Iraqi dinar. Really? Yeah, we're not going to steal it no more. Really? Yeah. If that's not progress, then I don't have green eyes. I do. International. This is powerful. Family, this is powerful. The application of international trade exchange. For what reason? Why? Why countries upon countries upon countries upon countries upon countries? Why do you want to do international trade with Iraq when you never did before at the exchange rate that they have? The application of international trade exchange for the Middle East transforms Iraq into an electronic financial exchange center. That's a financial hub. That's a financial hub. Did we not tell you that that's what they were going to become? Now you understand why they depegged last Wednesday, a week ago today. a week and a day ago. Now you know why. The next step that we taught you is pairing. Not no boomer. Pairing. And what do I say up on top? I say, float. Here we come. This article is filled and it is just heavy. Today, the FinTech announced that the launch of the first service provided by the Middle East for international multi-currency transfers and cross-border trade conflicts through Iraq. Not at a program rate, family. You understand what this is for, right? It's for a float. It's for an international float. It's for the Iraqi dinar to gain value. It's for the Iraqi dinar to finally, it grew up. You're 18 years old. You can take care of your own bills. You can take care. You can drive. You can drink. You can do it. You can fight for your country. You're 18 years old. Iraqi dinar. You don't need the American dollar, especially with the way the American dollar is right now. It is junk. And that's not some Chinese boat. It is junk. So the Iraqi dinar, who always wanted to, do some work with the American dollar, says no. And last Wednesday, they depegged, and now you know that we teach you the next thing is pairing. And you see an article that's telling you that they've announced multi-currency international trade with Iraq, all these countries through FinTech. They're not, it's kind of stupid for me to say they're not stupid. No, they're not stupid. What I should say is this is the monetary reform education that Walking Stick and I told you would come about. This information tells you that there's something happening with the Iraqi currency, with the Iraqi exchange rate, doesn't it? Well, of course it does. It doesn't take, a genius, a Phi Beta Kappa, a summa cum laude to understand what they're telling you. Look, it even says, and we put it 5 times, we blew it up. The pioneering service, first time, will provide new horizons, you think, for the Iraqi market. Value in 10 foreign currencies, including the U.S. American dollar and the Iraqi dinar. Now you know how many currencies are in the basket. Oh, another guru told me that, Frank. Hold on a second. This is not right. Please help me. Remove the demon that is doing this. I only want to love, okay? I'm sorry, Papa. Bless these other people. Bless them, Papa. Let them have everything that they desire and want. But protect me from them. I don't want to know anything. I just want to know you. In the name of your Son, Jesus, by the Holy Spirit, I pray for this energy tonight. Amen. 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 What's that? Oh, Dr. Thunder. Thank you, Dr. Thunder. Thank you, Jan. I didn't see you. Thank you, sir, for your financial contribution. Now, what did I just say? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Well, I hope so, because they threw it at you right there. I told you they're throwing fastballs. Okay, I'll say it one more time, and let's see. The pioneering service will provide new horizons for the Iraqi market in 10 foreign currencies, which includes the American dollar and the Iraqi dinar. And what did we say the last time we were together on Monday? This relationship, it's going to be beneficial, because if you're pegged to the American dollar, you're going to get dragged down. You're going to lose value. But if you're paired with the American dollar, you can help each other out. It was that the American dollar helped the Iraqi dinar. That's why we gave them the American dollar. When we went in there in 2003, we took over everything. But 20 years later, new leadership in the United States of America causes our dollar to be, seriously, in real bad shape. So the Iraqi dinar says, I'm sorry. No, I know we were together. Hey, here's your engagement ring back. I don't want nothing to marry you. Are you kidding me? Bye-bye, divorce. I'm going to go and and play the field. And it's going to be with, let me see here. I see with Iraqi market with 10 foreign currencies. Okay, maybe. In reality, you have to take away the American dollar and the Iraqi dinar, so you're left with. And how many times have I told you that more than likely, in my opinion, they were going to end up with either 7 or 8? Ta-da. Next part there, it says that this company is establishing e-payments, Blue Pay, which is what it's called, with FinTech to have super apps in Iraq and in the Middle East. Super apps? What kind of word is that? Thank you, DJ, for your financial contribution. God bless you, sir. Super apps? Yeah. They'll be able to do anything that they can do inside of a bank at the CBI, they'll be able to do through an app. Later, these apps will also even be somehow connected with the ATM machines, in my opinion. Yeah, and I say up on top, the CBI prepares her banks around the world for the international world. Next one is final article number 2271. Al Sudani, what's up, buddy? Iraq's openness, open your arms to everybody? Yes, that's right, Frank. Okay. Iraq's openness to everything that would advance the wheel of development. Did you hear that? Let me do it again. Al Sudani, what's up, Prime Minister? Iraq? Yeah, we're open to everything and anything that would advance the wheel of development in our country. Even doing business with China? Oh, yeah, especially them. You know what that's going to do to our reserves, Frank? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something about China and oil reserves. Now, with everything that we've taught you, and with what you know now happened with the American dollar depegging, well, logic says that the dinar is not pegged to anything else, is it? Okay. The Iraqi dinar is not pegged to anybody. She's dating everybody. Even the Chinese yuan. Oh, dear God. All right. I was going to ask you a question. Why not? In your opinion, if Iraq sold oil to how do you think that Iraq would be paid? In Chinese yuans? I'm going to answer that question at the end of our conference call, but that is extremely important. If they kick the American dollar out, if they kicked all foreign currency out, how will they pay for Iraq's oil? Here's a clue. We just talked about Iran. Iran, you want some of Iraq's oil? Yeah, yeah. How are you going to pay for it? I see your answers. I'll leave it at the end. It's that powerful. Final article number 2271, Al Sudani, Iraq's openness to everything that would advance the wheel of development in our country. Anybody. We'll do business with anybody. Even the man on the moon. Why? Because they all want what we got. I know. Al Sudani, the government is determined to implement its program that includes the economic reform. And what do I say in blue? Because you have the monetary reform. It's the only reason, the only reason that they would say something so bold. The government is determined to implement its program that includes the economic reform and to encourage the private sector in order to play its positive role. It must not fail with the citizens, remember? In order to play its positive role in full and in addition to strengthening the environment that attracts investments into Iraq, we are going to explode, is what that article should say. Thank you, Terry Walters. Thank you for your financial contribution. God bless you, humbled and grateful. Final article number 2272, Central Bank. By the way, you do notice the pattern of these articles, right? Central Bank. The cash reserve has reached its highest level in the history of the Iraqi state. Oh my goodness. Once again, the central bank. The cash reserves has reached its highest level in the history of the Iraqi state. But it was always stolen by Iran. How did they not steal it in the year of 2022? Because Kazemi and Soudani became leaders for their people and did not cower down to the opposition that was just nothing but lies. Deja vu? I say to this article, and the new exchange rate will be historical too. Central bank cash reserves have reached its highest level in the history of the Iraqi state. And I say, in my opinion, and the exchange rate will be historical too. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gary Jacobson. Thank you very, very much, Jacobson, for your financial contribution. God bless you. In this article, in bold print, I mean, we blew it up 5 times. If you're with me, if you're watching, if you're inside our forum, what does it say right underneath there? Blown up 5 times. I mean, it's this big. It's that important. He added, the central bank is the management. The central bank is the management. Central bank is in control of what? The central bank is the management of the monetary policy. Hello. Well, just 2 articles before you said that the economic reform is going to, is doing great. And I said in blue because of the monetary reform, right? And what are you telling me? CBI, he added, the central bank said that this is the management of the monetary policy. That's why we've been so successful. And intervention. We stuck our noses where they belong. And intervention to fix the problems related to the exchange rate and others, noting that the bank's reserves are still abundant and our procedures are rational. This is so beautiful. This is another piece that I wish to cut out and frame it and put it up on the wall. This is the CBI. This is their words. These are our words. Aren't they, KTFA family? Your words, my words. They're our words here at KTFA. And to see them in print, and I'm proud of my teams. And I'm grateful to God. Now we go to the next page, page 114. Go ahead and click on it. And we scroll down, and the first one is final article number 2273. Iraq is looking forward to a developed leap after turning the page on Kuwait's compensation. Now, we talked about this on Monday. For Kuwait to say, no problems, they can go ahead and do the exchange rate. Really? No problems. IMF, did you hear that? Yeah, Kuwait said that they have been compensated. Everything's cool. And that's what we talked about on Monday. And we told you that was one of the requirements from the IMF. Oh, yeah, you can raise the value of your currency because we, IMF, give you permission to do so, but only under these conditions. Return the dead back that Saddam killed, redo the money, return the money back, and all these things. And they did everything. The only thing that was missing was a little bit. I don't even know how much money, but they paid it back. And Kuwait said, thank you very much. Now let's do business. I say in the blueprint, bye-bye, Chapter 7. Hello, IQD float. This is a really beautiful article. It's packed. It's long too, and it covers Chapter 7 in great detail. And it also covers Article 7, not Article 8. That was important too. Alrighty, so it's super long, and you read it. Now, there is also articles from today. We have, let me see. Unfortunately, our sister Claire is busy, and because she's busy, bless her heart, I told her, don't worry about the articles. You can do them tomorrow. So she'll put the articles in the final article thread tomorrow. But for right now, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the articles that she and I reviewed today, and I'm going to very, very quickly just go over them with you. I won't go into detail, but they're exciting. Why? Because they cover everything that we've been talking about. International, the exchange rate, the pairing, the float. Alrighty, here we go. This is post number 40. This is how we do it. She sends me the articles, and then we discuss them, and then we put them in the final article thread. The federal court is considering a lawsuit to invalidate the assignment of the Sudanese government. And the one that's doing this, federal court, right? Iranian influenced. You can put out whatever you want, warrants, lawsuits, whatever. They're going to just march right over you. They will trample over you, Iran. Next article, Article 43. Al Mandalawi, he says, a quick and decisive measure to stop the rise in the dollar exchange rate. Now that's beautiful. Look at that. And that's exactly right, buddy. But nobody needs your opinion. Didn't you just see the article that said the CBI is in full control? They don't need your opinion, your help, for you to tell them, hey, got to change that exchange rate, okay, against the dollar. Come on, let's do this. Why don't you just shut up? Final article. You see, because honestly, that doesn't help the situation any. You're just stirring the ashes to try to get the flame to come back up. The citizens don't need to hear what they're already telling the government. Hey, come on, give us our exchange rate. You promised it. Hey, CBI, what's up? So anytime I come across an article like that, I don't even put it in our form. And I won't put that one in there either. 46, Barzani. Okay, Barzani, Kurdistan, Article 140, HCL. You guys are happy, right? We sure are. What's up, Barzani? There is a positive atmosphere between Erbil and Baghdad to solve all problems, outstanding problems. You think? Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Shoulder to shoulder. The leaders in Iraq, shoulder to shoulder. Post number 47. The Minister of Planning says Al-Sudani issued a directive to address the effects of changing the exchange rate of the dollar. What? You heard me. I know, but it was so good. Can you do it again? Okay. One more time. Minister of Planning. Yes? Al-Sudani, Minister of Planning says that Al-Sudani issued a directive. He did? Is that why he kept the budget? Is he amending it? Is he adding directives to it? Is that what he's doing? That's exactly what we told you on Monday. And that's exactly what the articles today say. Oh my goodness. I like it when a plan comes together, huh? So here. Ring a ding ding. Oh, X is in. Is that for me though, Peggy? I don't know. Maybe for someone else. Corey says, "Have a drink." Roger. Well, hold on. Corey, less than 2. And I talked to you about that too. It's about the budget. I don't give you no date. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I want that budget in less than 2 now. Anyways, what was I doing? I forgot. Did I show you this? Oh, yeah, I was going to do a little role play. Ring a ding ding. Ring a ding ding. Hello, this is Sudani, the Prime Minister of the Iraq. How can I help you? Who's calling? Prime Minister, we would like for you to do something about the exchange rate. I issued a directive in our budget. Yeah. For what? To address the effects of changing the exchange rate of the dollar. Now. Rápido. Schnell. I mean, if that doesn't tickle your bone, I mean, you hadn't seen that, have you? You haven't seen that article, have you? Yeah, yeah. I kept it. Hidden. We'll put them up tonight. Look at the bottom of this article. He added, it said that there's an increasing interest in this, and it will help the poor and manage their food basket. He added that the effects of changing the exchange rate are not all negative. Who said anything is negative? Stupid. Stressing that there is no agreement, whether in the House of Representatives or in the bank of the central bank, to change the exchange rate. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Of course there is. And that's why I say we don't need your opinion. Let the CBI do their thing. But thank you for telling me that he did a directive. That's why he kept the budget. 48. You remember I told you on Monday. It was signed, or excuse me, it was voted by Parliament. Anybody in favor of it? Okay. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. It passed. Now send it to the President of the Republic and have him sign it. And then, boom, we got it. But instead, Sudani says, give it to me. And look, he's making some changes. These articles are casting a shadow of those changes. Final article post number 49. The central bank. Do you notice the pattern, family? Good. The central bank says, our teams are checking on the projects of initiatives. What do you mean? You mean mechanisms? Initiatives. What else you want to tell me? The Central Bank of Iraq confirmed today, Wednesday, that its teams are conducting a desk and on-site audit of projects that have been granted loans. Now, the reason why they're doing that, family, is because they want to make sure that these loans that they gave out were legit and not fake ones. Because in the past, they used to submit fake contracts, and they got paid for it. Amazing. Who is they? Iran. Post number 51. The most important reason for the delay in sending the budget to Parliament, and one of them is internal. Oh, it's internal. You better believe it. Sudani says, give me that budget. Oh, I'll give it to you when I'm ready. Give me that budget. And he made some corrections, maybe, if that's the proper word for it, corrections. Good article, by the way. It's super long. I like at the very bottom it says that we asked the government to include a reduction in the exchange rate in the 2023 budget, and that so and they said, well, it would be gradual, so that neither the citizen nor the merchant nor the government will be harmed. That gradual is the float, knucklehead. Post number 56, or the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq received. Do you notice the pattern, family? Good. The governor of the Central Bank of Iraq receives a delegation from the International Finance Corporation. Are you kidding me? Wow, dude. Excuse me. No, some Salamim. His Excellency. He's just a governor. His Excellency, the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, Mr. Mustafa Ghaleb, I can never say his last name, received today, Wednesday, a delegation from the what? From the who? What's your word that's hot? And from the International Cooperation of the World Banks. No. No. Not for program rate. No, of course not. Headed by the regional director of the Middle East. Oh, because they're going to be a central hub in the Middle East. Well, I guess, Frank, this man, Aftabah Hamad, oh God, I hope I said that right. Aftabah Hamad said during the meeting aspects of the bilateral cooperation that, hey, we got all these projects with the central bank and it's getting stronger and stronger and it's helping the sector, Iraqi sectors, and it's going to help, of course, the people in developing our economy. It's just fantastic. And it has nothing to do with no stupid program rate. I like this one. I mean, look. Now, these articles that I just read to you, we'll put them up. We'll put them in our forum in final article thread either tonight or tomorrow morning. Oh, Melanie. W-I-G. Wiggins? Ah, Melanie, thank you kindly. Oh, wow. Thank you kindly for your financial contribution. God bless you. Thank you. So yeah, that's what I have here for you. What time is it? Yeah, like I said, normally we have an advertiser on Wednesdays, but well, you saw what I said in the first 10 minutes at opening, and that's why I just wanted to make it short. Now, it's you see, I'm either going to go to Walking Stick or I'm going to go to Eddie and read you his report. Tell you what, I'll just read you today's report. KTFA Premium, I'll put in Mondays, Tuesdays, and in this one as well too. Actually, Monday I gave it to you, so it'll be Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I will put it in premium tonight. Okay, all right. But give me time. After I'm done with this, I'd like to eat something. I'm hungry. Here we go. So this is today, Eddie's first report at 8:36 in the morning. Today, we were told again that the last payment for Kuwait has been made. It was paid off yesterday. Then, Mr. Frank, Rapadim Bank said that again they are doing their annual thing, which they did about 2 weeks ago. So I'm not sure why they're doing this audit again, but no but no transactions allowed. They stopped everything. They're stopping all banks. They're stopping all banks' actions. Iraqi Stock Exchange, Herbal Stock Exchange, Forex. You guys got the Iraqi dinar? Yeah. Is it trading? Not right now. What you mean not right now? It's always been always been up, but it trades at penny stocks, but not right now. Why? N-A. N-A. Not available right now. Leave me alone. All right, Forex. Sounds good. So we're not sure why they're doing this auditing again. They did it about 2 weeks ago. Not sure why again. And the transactions that they're saying they stopped. They stopped. We can't use any currency except the Iraqi dinar, and they stopped all transactions allowed that were allowed before are now stopped at all the banks. And Mr. Frank, the news shows the United States of America Central Command meeting with Sudani about military. But I'm not going to go any further than that on that subject. Mr. Frank, Forbes, and you know who Forbes is. Mr. Frank, Forbes is here, and they're talking to us a lot on TV and what they're doing with their banks here, and they continue training. And they continue training and support. We hear that the budget is with the new Sudani government and has the right for amendments there before going to Parliament. You see, so the article backs up what I said on Monday. Eddie, what they told him in the news backs up what I said on Monday. That we know where the budget is at. We know it was voted on in Parliament. We know it was supposed to be sent to the President of the Republic to sign it. But we also know that if he doesn't sign it within 2 weeks, it's already, it becomes, it's automatically, what's the proper word I want to use for the Constitution? It's proper, accepted, passed, voted on. It's legal. Yeah. Yeah, we know that. So if Sudani wants the budget, and he keeps it for 2 weeks, because everyone is talking about 2 weeks, we don't care, says Eddie. We are very aware, and he has the right to amend if he wants. He has the right to ask for it, to change anything, to amend it. What did I tell you on Monday? Give me the ball. You want to win the game? Give me the ball, says Sudani. They no need, what? They no need talk about it. Oh, they probably now, spell check. They now enacted, thank you, BR 3317ABLE. Alrighty. Dan, I saw what you just posted. Yeah. Here we go. So, Mr. Frank, they now. Oh, maybe it's no. They no need to talk about a Blue Pay app on. It's they now. Okay, they now need to talk about a Blue Pay app that they told us about that would be on our mobile phones that we can use to pay our accounts around the world. They're saying that this is an international app. Mr. Frank, we know very well what that means. Thank you, saying exchange rate of the, oh, here, that's when he said that right there. Today, 11:01 in the morning, the television is saying that the exchange rate of the dollar is higher because of the auctions that they have cut back. And now the demand is causing this. I say to Eddie, Eddie, wonderful reports. Thank you. Oh shoot. It's causing this. I say, Eddie, wonderful report. And you can see the CBI is reaching out to the international world as they educate you citizens on what they are doing. Neil, my contact, says, that's right, Frank. Eddie is excited about the new app on his phone. He knows that it's not only for him, but also his relatives outside of Iraq. Where he also knows what the international word means. Then I say to him, yeah, and to see that Kuwait is finally satisfied with the restitution that Iraq needed to do with them, because this is one of the precursors of the new exchange rate through the IMF, that they had to satisfy Kuwait, and they sure have, Eddie, haven't they? This is exciting. I can see your excitement. Mr. Frank, the CBI governor, been having meetings with everyone. The CBI having meetings with everyone. And what did I say? That's what they'll do. It don't matter who it is. The worst of the worst. Iran, China, Venezuela, anybody in South America, Cuba. It makes no never mind. The idea is for Iraq to profit and to prosper and to raise the value through a float. To which I say to him, I know, right? They're having meetings everywhere. And I said, I know, right? And that's exciting. And that's exciting because, Eddie, if you look at the people that he's meeting with, these are the right people, aren't they? You know who they are. They are all part of the reforms, both economic and monetary. So yeah, I'm excited to see what is happening in this month of December. Then he says a few other things, and then he responds to a place that I told him to go to, and he gives me his report, etc., etc. So there you go. You got some beautiful articles, and you also got some understanding through the articles that back up a lot of the things that we said on Monday, that we've been saying the whole year, for that matter. Now, what I'd like to do is deal with some odds and ends. How y'all doing, by the way? Thank you kindly for your financial contributions. That was above and beyond the call of duty today. Thank you. Alrighty, unfortunately, I got to, this is walking sticks with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see what he has to share with you. Walking stick. Yes, Frank. I am excited that they have depegged. I'm excited that the next step is going to be a pairing. Can you help me with the pairing a little bit more? Well, Frank, first of all, the intentions of the Iraqi dinar through the CBI and Dr. Shabibi's monetary reform plan was to always separate from the American dollar. We gave them the American dollar when we went in there in 2003 and kicked out Saddam because it's part of the Marshall Plan. We gave them our dollar so that they can back up a program rate currency that had three zeros in its exchange rate, which was worthless. We took over their infrastructure and applied a Marshall Plan type of atmosphere. And the whole plan all along was to depart from the American dollar. We gave it to them as a Band-Aid. The auctions at the CBI were also a Band-Aid with the American dollar in order for them to pay their bills. But Iran and those that work with Iran decided to destroy the American dollar. for their plan. The Iraqi dinar was on par with the American dollar at 1-to-1. And that's face value. You with me? But the face on the American dollar is ugly now. So a pairing is what we now are looking for. Any evidence of it, any whiff of it, any smell of it will attract our team's attention viciously, because it will start to reveal what the Iraqi dinar is doing in a float. The pairing, ladies and gentlemen, a walking stick wants you to know, leads the pairing. Not putting it on par with the American dollar. The pairing will lead the Iraqi dinar to an exchange rate equivalence. Even then, eventually, as it floats, they will be capped. But as it floats, it will go through it'll go through no. When it floats, it will be capped, and it will go through. It will go through. It will go through security. The CBI will take good care of it. They will put bans on it. They will put steps, precautionary measures on it. All of this is part of the security that the IMF and U.S. Treasury put in with the currency. They will also only allow the float to be a plus or minus of 2 to 3%. Every movement will lead to a 2 to 3%. Yeah. Did you understand that? To be on par is at face value, and in the face of the dollar is horrible. So pairing is what we're looking for, and the pairing is what's going to lead you to the exchange rate equivalence of the Iraqi dinar, and it will float. When it does, they're going to control it with security through bands of no more than a plus or minus of 2 to 3% until they cap it. That's a mouthful. Have other gurus taught you this? I'm sorry. Well then, walking stick. That's bravo. Thank you, sir. Well understood. Okay. Can I ask you another question, walking stick, that I think would help our listening audience? Sure. What's the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar? Excuse me. What's the exchange? In fact, let me ask you, family. Well, oh, sailplane. Thank you. Hi, Frank. I just got here and was tied up, but thanks for all that the team does. I'm excited pair on the float. What did I ask? I forgot. What did I ask? What's the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar, family? Oh, Jeff, he says it's around 1460. Okay. Let me see what else anybody else says. We could be years at a controlled float. So, don't you understand that a float means that the value went up? And if it's years, wow! But no, in my opinion, they could probably get it capped within 6 months. It's going to explode the moment they get it, the international world. Everybody's going to use it. They're all salivating for it. It's gonna no. Okay. 14, 1160. Oh, 150. Oh, that's okay, Tim. Tim, thank you, but no, that's not the direction I'm looking for. Fascinating. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, let me ask you this. Let me ask Walking Stick. Walking Stick, what is the rate, the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar? And he said, it depends. I said, what? You can't have two exchange rates for one currency? And he says, I didn't say that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, it's none of those. For example, if it's in country, you're going to learn something tonight here. You should write this down because I don't know. I think it's kind of neat. Not necessary, but neat. The exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar, Frank, in country is 1460. You understand? I said, yes, sir. But the Iraqi dinar is actually outside of the country right now in many of the exchange markets. And I thought about it and I thought about it. I said, oh, yeah. You're talking about Forex. Yeah. Forex, if you are aware, uses a decimal system. And that's why the Iraqi dinar is allowed on Forex, because the Iraqi dinar is a penny stock. And in order to trade at a penny stock, you need a decimal point. Sacre-bleu! Yeah, that makes sense. Well, good, Frank. Now that you understand, then let me tell you that the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar outside of Iraq, when it's used in international trade, is 0.00085, whatever it is now. Oh. They deal in decimal points, or more so commonly called fils, Phils, P-L-S. They deal the international world, Forex, as an example, in decimal points electronically. Markets outside of Iraq, and including the Iraqi Stock Exchange, they use penny stocks, which requires the decimal point. So when you ask me, Frank, what is the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar, it's the way it is depicted. One is depicted with a decimal point, and that's external, outside of Iraq. And the other is depicted. The other is also the exchange rate, but it is in country, and that's 1460. Wow! Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Did anybody know that? I know that when you take that number, and when they change this over here, when they go on an international, they're going to take that zero, and I need a pen, babe. Thank you, sweetheart. They're going to take that zero, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3. You see, they're going to take that zero and they're going to move it over to the left 3 places. They can move it over 1 place, that don't do no good. 2 places, that don't do no good. When they move it over 3 places, then it's what, about 86 cents. So if you have 1 Iraqi dinar, you have 86 American pennies, which is, close to the 1-to-1. But that doesn't matter anymore. It don't make no difference whatsoever. Nope, no more. So I hope, you say, nope, 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 Dan. How long will Iraq honor the 3-0 notes? Keith Johnson, that's a completely different subject, but I don't mind answering that question. Normally, the IMF will allow a country to establish how long that period will last. Let's take, for example, our country, the United States of America. What's your name? Keith. Take America. At the turn of the century, it actually happens about every 10 years. And that's the way our government works. Let's start at 1900. From 1900 to 1910, things were really good because of a lot of inventions. I mean, our country was prospering. From 1910 to 1920, things got pretty bad. Had some bad economic years there. Then in the 20s to the 30s, we had something called the Roaring Twenties. All right, so 19 to 1910, good. Then 10 years later, bad. And then here we are, 10 years again, from the 30s to the 40s, the Great Depression, bad. Do you notice the teeter-totter? Do you notice the scale? Do you see the parabola? So, from the 40s to the 50s, our economy blew back up again. Why? Wars. World War II was an incredible industrial revolution for America that led us into the 50s. Oh, the 50s, if I could just live in the 50s again, huh? Those are the 56 Chevy, two-tone, blue and white. Woo! But yeah, though, I mean, you could go to sleep at night and leave your front door unlocked. Those were some wonderful times. But then the Vietnam War came from the 50s to the 60s, and our economy got screwed up really bad. Anyways, you get the ebb and flow. You understand what I'm saying? So back to the original question of Keith. Keith, what happened? "416, thank you. Thank you for your kind words." What was I trying to say? Keith, right around the 50s, we had many denominations in the American currency. I remember going to Vegas in the 1970s, and they had in display in a case 1 million bill, an American current, a $1 million bill, a $1 million bill. Golly, we used to have a 10,000, a 5,000, a 1,000. The biggest we got now is, Benny, the C, the 100, and then the 50. That's about it. But if you happen to have one of those 5,000s, 10,000, or that million, it's actually worth more than the face value because it's a collector item now. But they are still legal and tender. The IMF said, yeah, well, you can stop those old currencies whenever you want, US of A. Never did. So your question, how long will Iraq allow the 3-0 notes to be out there? Probably a long time. Why? Because the satellite banks that they established around the world need to vacuum these back into the CBI. If you go to an American bank, the dinars will go to the United States Treasury. Okay. In our foreign reserves. If you go to one of the satellite banks from the CBI somewhere in the US of A, your dinars go back to the CBI. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Iraqi Stock Exchange is a penny stock and uses decimal points, fils. So, outside of Iraq, it is depicted as a penny stock using decimal places in their calculations. Isn't this wonderful to know and to understand? It even tastes good, doesn't it? Because your investment is coming to you. You're outside in the international world. You deal with decimals. Did you have a good time tonight? Did you learn a lot, I hope? Are you happy? I'm sorry about the first 10 minutes. Hey, it is what it is. But I'm grateful for that that text that just came through. I have to pay attention to you, KTFA. Many of you call and say, thank you. That one lady, if it wasn't for the products that from Dr. Randy, my son would be dead. So when people spit at me because they say, you have all those commercials, you're stealing people's money, they have no idea what we do. When we say thank you for your financial contributions, they have no idea where that money goes and what we do with it. I got a guy today that told me God is watching you and God is going to destroy you and punish you. What? God just healed me. Who are you? All right. I'm getting yelled at. Let's see here now. Let me leave you with this last thought. What was it that I said at the beginning? We were talking about China, right? Yeah. Do you remember? Yeah, it was about a month ago. Iran's central bank, they came out and they said, we're going to use the Iraqi dinar in our country. Remember that? To which I said, yeah, because you can't steal it no more. You can't. It's literally impossible. You don't have the vehicle. Your cash cow, the auctions, is gone and metamorphosized into something else that's not even connected to you. Parliament's been wiped out. The CBI, they put an X-slack and cleaned that place up pretty good. The U.S. Treasury did. So, I was talking to you about China. Ah, there you go, Dan. And Walking Stick surprised me. He said, Frank, China is going to accept the IQD as a form of payment in the very near future, Frank. Well, first of all, yeah, okay, that makes sense because they don't want any other currency, only their own. And second of all, this is going to be great for the float. And third of all, can you just repeat that again, Walking Stick? Yeah. China is going to accept the IQD as a form of payment in the very near future, Frank. To which I said, oh, wait a minute. Jose Santiago. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you. Thank you very much for your financial contribution. God bless you. To which I said, ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding. Hello, this is the USD. Who is this? Hey, USD, I got a question for you. Did you see that China is going to accept the IQD as a form of payment in the very near future for buying oil? They're not going to use the American dollar no more. How does that make you feel, American dollar? How does that make you feel, American dollar? How does it make you feel? But between us, wow. Okay. Now allow me to exaggerate it. Oh, this is... You see what I mean? We're way past the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. It's being reinstituted. And on top of that, all these countries are just, they're pouring in. They want so badly to start doing business with China, with Iraq. Badly. Family, did you know Walking Stick says, Frank, China has been buying mineral rights all over the world. In fact, they bought land next to a military base installation. And I said, yeah, I saw that. I can't believe that our government is allowing China to build some big plant next to our military base? You don't think that plant is going to be listening to us? Or is that the plan? China has and is buying mineral rights all over the world. In fact, they bought land next to a military installation base here in the United States of America, and they don't need we don't need China as a neighbor. But no matter how much money they put into American corporations that sell American souls, this is just stupid. Walking Stick said it's asinine. I said, yeah. I don't know who is selling the soul of the United States of America. Frank, yes, sir. Walking Stick. China once said, about 20 years ago, China once said that they could conquer the United States of America without firing a single shot. Yeah, I remember that. And they have killed so many just this year, firing a single bullet. But they did fire a fake vaccine shot instead. I thank you kindly for being with us tonight. It was loaded, wasn't it? God bless you all. Thank you very much. I love you. I pray for you. You pray for me. As far as me saying goodbye and never coming back again, that's just me throwing a tantrum. That's all. Support each other. Support anyone that the Holy Spirit guides you to. Y'all take care. Tomorrow I go to Cleveland and do my IV drip. And I'm so grateful that the good Lord decided to answer my prayer. He's real, public. He's real, family. Our Heavenly Father is real. Please pray to Him. Please talk to Him. Yell at Him if you have to. But establish a communication with Him. That's what causes marriages to fail. And that's what causes Christians to fail. We don't talk to our Heavenly Father enough. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for being with us. I enjoyed my time with you, and I was excited to share all this information with you.
Bible study tomorrow.
Bible study tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Sunday, we also, of course, have our Faith Church service at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Monday, I will be with you again. I got to pick up you see, they emptied the satchel, and you can see it, can't you? So I got a lot of articles to pick up off the floor. We'll talk on Monday. Bye-bye. God bless you all. Aloha.
Goodbye.
Hey.
something in your pockets?
Maybe. It's just for me, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
I love you, Jen.
I love you.
I love you, Jesus.
Love you too.
And I love your family.